Imagine telling the God of all creation that you're going to get an image change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I told him, and I meant it. And I opened it back up and I started reading. And as I read, I learned something about relationship. You see, to have a relationship with anyone, you got to be talking to them, and they got to be talking to you. You got to be listening to them, and they got to be listening to you. Well, the way I see it, the way God talks to us is through His Word. And the way we talk to Him is through prayer. So if those two things aren't happening, you got to wonder, do I really have a relationship with God at all?
Read His Word.
And there's something beautiful that comes with having a relationship with the God of all creation. You see, He makes us these promises. And the promise I've been hanging on to with everything in me for the last 6.5 years is this. God promises that if you have a relationship with Him, He will never leave you or forsake you. Notice what the promise is and what it isn't. Because I got confused. When my heart got crushed, started reaching up to things that He never promised. You see, God didn't promise us that we wouldn't be hurt down here. He didn't promise us that we wouldn't lose loved ones. He didn't promise us that our hearts wouldn't be crushed. What He promised is that He would never leave. And all I can tell you is this. He has stood true to that in my life in the deepest valley. And He will stand true to it in yours. I will say, or add this, sometimes when I was in that valley, it was hard to find Him. I had to wait. I had to be real patient. I had to get real quiet. But He was there because He remains faithful.
Yes.
It's been a long year, it almost took me down, I swear. Life was so good, I'm not so sure we knew what we had. I'll never be the same man, I'll never feel like I felt before. It's been a hard year, it almost took me down. But when my world broke into pieces, you were there faithfully. And I cried out to you, Jesus, you made a way for me. I may never be the same man, but I'm a man who still believes. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you were there faithfully. Yes, you were. I've had a hard time finding the blue in the skies above me. And if I'm keeping it real, I've been half faith in the happy they see. I may look like the same man, but I'm half the man I was. It's been a hard year, it almost took me down. But when my world broke into pieces, you were there faithfully. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you made a way for me. I may never be the same man, but I'm a man who still believes. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you were You were there faithfully.
Amen.